Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're going to be talking about PlayStation's State of Play, or the conference which happened yesterday, where we had a bunch of new games. Honestly, this presentation was probably one of the better ones. Of course, it still had some hiccups, down the road, because they were like showing too much of Rainbow Six Siege Extraction, so that was okay, but we did get a lot of games to talk about, including the Knights of the Old Republic remake. When I saw that, I almost screamed. We have Spider-Man 2, we have Uncharted 4 Remaster, which is also coming out on PC, so exciting times for PC players. And also we have Wolverine, we have God of War Ragnarok, so a bunch of games to talk about. Now, I'm going to skip a few games. I'm not going to be talking about GTA 5 600 edition, which is coming out. They basically took the PC part and they're selling it as the next-gen edition of GTA. Stop kidding us, Rockstar and Take-Two, like, we just want a new game. So, of course, you're gonna be paying for that upgrade, I'm 100% sure. So yeah, it is what it is when it comes to GTA, so that's basically everything which I'm going to say about GTA 5 600 Remaster, but we do have a bunch of other games to talk about, so let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about God of War. It's amazing, it looks absolutely amazing. The trailer they had shown tells us a lot. It shows us how the gameplay is gonna be done, it shows us a little bit about the story. Obviously, this God of War is gonna be continuation of the previous game, where we go with Arceus to find, the destiny and everything, in the real, how would I say, meaning behind him and everything that they found out at the end of God of War 1, which I'm not gonna go too far into because I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't played the first God of War, but of course, this is going to be, as I said, continuation of the story, and also this God of War is coming out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, so this is one of the projects which is going to also come out for the previous gen consoles, which is amazing. Obviously, we did see that both Arceus and Kratos are a bit older now, especially Arceus, because he wants to go and, explore. He wants to find out the meaning behind his journey. He wants to find out the meaning behind his destiny. So, on the other side, we're gonna be having Freya, we're gonna be having Thor, we're gonna be having Tyr. Tyr is also gonna be in the game. Amazing, amazing. Just a look of the people, and I'm really glad they actually went with Thor who is accurate, with mythology and not some, superhero. So the Thor that we do see in the game here, it looks amazing, looks generally amazing, and obviously he is going to be a worthy opponent to Kratos himself. Now, what's going to be happening in this game, we don't know, but of course, we are gonna be visiting all of the 9 realms, we are gonna be fighting enemies, we're gonna have fun, we know that much. But yeah, we don't have the release date for God of War Ragnarok, but I do believe, it's in 2022, probably, but we'll see about that. But overall, I'm really excited about, what's going to be happening and how they're going to expand the story further, because if God of War is going to be a trilogy, then, a lot of interesting things have to happen, because we do know that Odin is going to be, the main guy that we're going to be fighting. We don't know if it's going to be happening in this God of War or the next one, but, we will find out. Next up, we have Knights of the Old Republic Remake. I honestly did not expect to see this. It's being done by Aspyr, who is a studio which Sony acquired, so they can actually port and remaster those games for PC and everything else. It looks phenomenal from the trailer. Of course, we don't know how that remaster is going to look like. We do know that Knights of the Old Republic is an amazing game. It's a classic, so I hope they actually give this game justice, and I do hope that the remaster, the remake, or whatever they go with, from like the visual standpoint, of course it's gonna be updated, but also I do hope it keeps everything which made the original classic Knights of the Old Republic what it is, and hopefully they don't experiment too much with some things. But overall, like, it's just insane, like, to see Knights of the Old Republic having a remake. Of course, this is going to be a timed exclusive for PlayStation 5, so only PlayStation 5, not PlayStation 4, and it's after that timed exclusive runs out, it's also gonna be coming out for PC, so definitely something I'm looking forward to. Next project we're gonna be talking about is Spider-Man 2. Yes, it has been officially announced. I don't know what's going on with Insomniac, but they're making so many games because next to Spider-Man 2, they announce Wolverine. Now keep in mind, Wolverine does not have a release date yet. It's still in development. It's also only coming out for PlayStation 5, so not PlayStation 4. And Spider-Man 2 is gonna be coming out in 2023, so we still have a long way to go until we play that game, but obviously we're gonna be having Venom in it. I cannot wait to see like how much it's going to elevate from the previous Spider-Man. Like the previous Spider-Man was just amazing. One of the best things about that game was definitely just, you know, flying around the city. That was done really well, and for me that was something that I did for the first 20 minutes as I entered the game. Like no missions, nothing, just go around and web around the city. That was really fun. So I am excited to see how Spider-Man 2 is going to be looking like. Obviously now they can utilize the power of PlayStation 5, and we shall see how that's going to be, you know, playing out. With the Miles Morales you know, game that we had, it kind of showed us a little bit of like just a peek on what's gonna be available on PlayStation 5 and how everything is gonna be looking like from the terms of the city, from the terms of graphics, from the terms of gameplay. So yes, I'm excited about it. We don't know much about it yet, so yeah, we're gonna be talking again about Spider-Man as we get closer to the release date itself. Next up we have Forspoken. Now Forspoken is, you know, an interesting game. It's coming from Square Enix, and apparently we are, you know, this woman who finds a portal and, you know, finds herself in this strange land. Now, from the trailer itself, from the like abilities we can use, it's gonna have this some sort of sorcery, you know, building elements, etc, etc, and it looks fine. Like it looks like one of those games where we are gonna be able to combine the abilities we have and make something really cool with it. We also saw a little bit of platforming in the trailer. We did see the scope of the world. It looks huge, insanely huge. Now the question comes, so is this going to be an open world game where we just go out and explore? And if it is open world game, I do hope that once we're actually like on the map, that we have things to do. Hopefully it's not going to be empty-ish world. But Forspoken looks interesting. It looks like something I'm going to be keeping my eye out on. I don't know, again, like, is this game going to be good or bad? But from the trailer itself, it looks like it has a lot of potential to be something really cool. And we'll see, especially, you know, using PlayStation 5 graphics and everything. I think it has a lot of potential, but, you know, it's still open to discussion right now. Next up, we have the Alan Wake remaster. It kind of came out of the blue, but, you know, people have been teasing this a lot that we might get the Alan Wake remaster because, first off, Alan Wake is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend you do. But if you really haven't played it, then just wait for the remaster and play it like that. Trust me, you're not gonna be disappointed. It's one of the best atmospheric, scary games out there, and it plays out really well. So, you know, this was something that I played a long time ago, and I think I'm gonna replay Alan Wake again even before this remaster comes out. But yes, we're gonna be going back again to fight the enemies with a flashlight, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far, I mean, it looks good. It's a remaster, you know, they cannot really screw up with it that much. For as long as it runs well, it's all gonna be fine. Next up, we have the Uncharted 4 remaster. That's gonna be coming out for PlayStation 5 and PC as well in 2022. Now again, PC. Sony is finally ready to get some of its, you know, older games and port it onto PC. That's why they have been acquiring so many studios lately, that, you know, their main goal is actually porting games to PC. And Sony looked at Microsoft. Of course, it's good that they are, you know, competing against each other, because for the end user, that's going to be the best thing, because every company, if they have competition, they have to offer something more valuable to their community, to their consumer, you know, to fight the competition. Because if someone has monopoly, that's not good. Trust me, that's not good. Look at YouTube and what's going to be happening with that. So basically, Uncharted 4 coming out for PlayStation 5 and PC. Now, when it comes to upgrades, people have been asking like, how much is this going to cost me? Knowing Sony, you're probably gonna be paying $39 for the package, maybe. Now, if you already have Uncharted 4 on your PlayStation, it might be either the maybe $10-20 upgrade, or it might be just, you know, you have to buy the game again for $39.99. Again, that's just speculation so far, but in my opinion, I think that's going to be the case, because I doubt Sony is gonna go and say, oh, you have Uncharted 4 on PlayStation 4 and on PlayStation 5, we are gonna be giving you this for free. That's not gonna be happening. So I'm certain that this is going to cost money, but at the same time, it's good because it's also coming out for PC in its full glory. It's an amazing game. I played it multiple times. I really like it. They finally nailed like the shooting and platforming elements in that. It's just a must-play game if you haven't played it already. Next up, we have Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, honestly, at first, Ghostwire Tokyo didn't really play well with me. I don't know, I just didn't like it, but after this trailer, it looks more and more interesting to me. Now, I still don't know how this game is gonna be playing out. I've seen some images, like people, you know, going around through the city, like you can basically go on top of the building. So I don't know if this is gonna be open world or how is this gonna be done, but from like the, just, you know, the art style and the gameplay elements and everything, how it looks like, I think I'm gonna be playing this. Now, I have no clue, like, again, what to expect from this, because Ghostwire Tokyo could be something which is going to succeed a lot, or people might not like it. But yeah, so far, that's my opinion on it. I'm looking forward to it. It looks strange, but it also looks very interesting. It didn't look interesting at first, but now when I saw like some of those moves you can do in the game, like abilities, I think I'm gonna be playing this. So yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo has also had its showcase. Next up, we have Gran Turismo. Obviously, for everyone who loves racing games, who loves driving simulations, this is a dream come true. It looks nice, it looks really nice graphically, the sounds and everything, just the details on the vehicles look insane, and I'm gonna be getting a wheel for this because you cannot really play Gran Turismo without a wheel. So I'm gonna be getting a wheel for this. I'm gonna be playing this along with Forza. So it's just amazing to have two different games, which are, you know, driving games, which are both good. Now I do hope, again, for Gran Turismo that everything is good on release. But, you know, previous Gran Turismo games were good. So I don't know. I don't really doubt this one. There was also the Treno. I don't know if you'd seen it, but, you know, drifting, why not? I love it, and especially because they had shown it in the trailer. So yeah, like Gran Turismo looks very nice. I'm looking forward to it, and that's definitely something I'm gonna be keeping my eye out on, and I'm gonna be playing this on the channel here once it comes out, so you can join me and we can play it together, maybe even race a bit. But keep in mind, I'm not really the best when it comes to this racing. Now we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this is a game which is coming out in October. Somehow, I didn't know it was coming out this soon. I don't know personally what to think about Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks fun from some of the gameplay that we had seen. Hopefully it doesn't have a bunch of microtransactions and, you know, just irrelevant things which are not necessary for a game like this, and hopefully that ultimately the game is fun when it comes to, you know, abilities, shooting stuff, etc, etc. Now, again, people are excited for this. I kind of have my mixed opinions about this, because whenever it comes to Marvel games, it can be good, but it can also be filled with microtransactions. So hopefully they stick with just, you know, the game and avoid that. And I mean, it can be fine, especially because it's gonna have a lot of those action elements where you go with the Star-Lord and you just do different abilities. That was cool to see, and it's gonna be interesting to see like the scope of the game, because now especially they're gonna be able to run this on PlayStation 5. So yeah, hopefully they really utilize the story and everything. The humor is there, like from the trailer, like the humor that we got used to from Guardians of the Galaxy is there. And now again, is it going to capture through the entire story, through the entire length of the story? We shall see. But yeah, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this. I might I might pre-order this to play it on the channel. We shall see. Again, I just need a little bit more information about this game before I make that decision, but yeah. Next up is Project Eve. Now, Project Eve looks like a game I'm going to play. So far, I like the story. You know, it's JRPG, so of course it's gonna have its own kind of a thing in it. I mean, the character looks nice. I know people are very excited to play with this character, especially how they utilize the camera movement sometimes. I'm just like, I've seen you. But yeah, like, just from the gameplay perspective, I think the game looks fun when it comes to fighting. I don't know, it looked good on animation side, it looked good on like just the different ability side, and you know, it's going to be one of those games where, you know, you can just go around and just have fun generally with combos, and generally how it is in JRPGs. I hope the story is good, but it seems like there is this parasite that, you know, takes over people and you have to fight them because apparently the kind of apocalypse happened in this world, so they were not able to save the world, so now they have to live with those consequences and kind of, you know, try to save the world after it's been conquered. So again, looks fun and looks something I'm gonna be playing, not just because of the character, alright, but because abilities look nice. Next up we have Tiny Tina's Wonderland. It's a new game from Gearbox. It's coming out in 2022. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it looked fun from the trailer. I think it's also something, you know, if you played Borderlands, you know what you're getting into. It's gonna be games similar to that, at least when it comes to gameplay formula aspects, when it comes to weapons, when it comes to cel-shaded graphics. Again, for as long as this is fun and enjoyable to play in co-op, I will get it. I wasn't particularly amazed by the game, but overall it looked like fun with friends. Now, I do hope that the actual gameplay, more movement and shooting and everything is gonna be fine, because I've seen in some instances the kind of a movement and shooting was kind of, I don't know, it didn't look right. So hopefully I'm wrong with this and hopefully everything is gonna be good with it. But yeah, it's still coming out in 2022. I will see if I'm gonna be playing this, but yeah, you can check it out and tell me down below what do you think about this. And that's all for today. We had a lot of amazing games to go through. Some of the games are going to be coming out for PlayStation 4 as well, like for example God of War, but also a lot of other games like Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, which are coming out in 2023, and whenever Wolverine comes out, that's only going to be coming out for PlayStation 5. And also keep in mind that we're going to be getting a lot more games from Sony to PC. I'm still looking forward to see if they're gonna be porting the Uncharted collection, so it includes first 3 games to PC as well. It's kind of strange that they went with the 4th one first, but at the same time the 4th one is amazing. But I don't know, I wish they actually redid everything, but I think that's coming maybe in a year or something like that. I'm very positive about that. And not just that, but also a bunch of other games which are going to be, you know, ported to PC itself. But all in all, it was a fun showcase. It had its plus and minuses, but was definitely one of the better ones in the recent history. So I'm glad that people are excited about a bunch of games. Hopefully all of that comes out, and hopefully Sony doesn't go too much when it comes to upgrades and all of that, when it comes to money. Like, you don't have to charge $600 for everything. Sony can just give something people for free if they already had a game or something like that. That was the recent case with Horizon Forbidden West, where they said no, you don't, if you buy PlayStation 4 version, well, you cannot play it on PlayStation 5, or well, you don't get the upgrade on PlayStation 5, and you know, people went insane, and they basically changed that decision. So we shall see like what's gonna be happening with these games as well. Again, you as a community, you have the voice, so you can basically go and say your opinions to Sony about what you think, because of that, now you're gonna be able to play Horizon Forbidden West with PlayStation 4 on PlayStation 5, and you're gonna be getting that free upgrade. So good for that. So yeah, this is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what you think about all of this, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button to stay updated with the latest news from the gaming industry, and also check us out on Twitter and Discord, where we go and talk further into video games that we had seen on this conference and everything else. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and Rockstar, release another game already, please.